Hey, it's me, and today I am making a different video for you. I am excited to announce, which I don't know, I'm saying this like it's a big deal for you all, but it's not. I'm excited to announce that I have purchased my own personal saxophone. And when I tell you that I am beyond excited about it, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. As a band director, I play a little bit of everything. I am formally trained to play each and every instrument that I could potentially teach to some capacity. That does not mean I'm great on every instrument, but it does mean that I've had some experiences that have kind of shaped my thoughts on instruments. This past summer, I brought home a saxophone to practice for the summer because I wanted to get better at teaching the saxophone, and I fell in love with it. It is so much fun for me to play. And because I fell in love with the saxophone, I decided over the past couple of months that should the opportunity arise, I was gonna buy myself a saxophone. I thought this through for a long time because I'm not one for impulsive financial decisions, and I'm aware that buying an instrument is quite pricey, or it can be. So I told myself that if my local music store sent me an email for their truckload sales, I was gonna check the list and see what was available, and if a good option for a saxophone was available, I would consider taking it. So I ended up telling my parents about it because I was just talking about some purchases that I was thinking about, and we just got to talking about the saxophone, and I mentioned the truckload. And then I went to work on this past Monday. You're actually seeing this in pretty real time. On Monday, May 4th, and I opened up my school email, and lo and behold, there was a truckload sale email. So I sat there in my band room and I said, what are the odds that there is an alto saxophone available for a decent price, and there was a singular one? Okay, yeah. I opened up the document, saw that it was a Jupiter, and it interested me because it said that it was in the color burnished auburn, and I had no idea what that entailed. So I emailed the rep back and I said, I need a photo of this saxophone, and he sent it, and it was so pretty. So I texted my co-director and I said, yo, is this a good idea? Is this a good horn? And he said, yeah, it'll get the job done. And then he saw the price and said, you need to jump. And then, I guess it's been 2 days ago now. Yeah, it's Friday now, and I got it on Wednesday. I went and I picked it up because I got the call. So, I am now the proud mama of a Jupiter saxophone, and I'm gonna do my second unboxing with you. I've already unboxed it because I couldn't help myself, and I couldn't wait. So, let's go ahead and do that now. So obviously I've got the backpack case, which I have a similar case for my trumpet, which is a Jupiter. I think it's very convenient. All right, here it is. I know that was kind of anticlimactic. So I will bring everything out for you. So the burnished auburn color is almost like a vintage copper looking color. It's not 100% matte, but it's also got a little matte to it. So it's got a different finish than what you might be used to. And the keys feel really nice. And I love how it feels on my hands. Because I've been used to a school saxophone that's actually kind of clunky. I'm gonna go ahead and put my neck strap on so that I can assemble. Got the neck strap that came with it, and I haven't had one like this. I've always just used the Neotech, but we have something different today. Put that on. I will say this one is really easy to tighten, and I have a lot of trouble tightening neck straps, so it's a plus for me. Then we have the neck, which is also in the same burnished auburn color. I think it's kind of funny, the inside is still that traditional brass color. And then, here's my reed. There it is. They gave me a complimentary Van Doren 2.5 reed. Ligature is still that traditional brass color. I may end up getting a new ligature because I don't like how it jives with the actual color of my sax. And then that's that. Now, I am no expert at the saxophone, which is why I wanted my own so that I could practice, but here goes. So my low notes are still a little shaky. I don't know if that's me or the reed, perhaps because I'm not used to playing on this reed, I don't know. I'm excited for this journey because that means I get to get better and also potentially be a saxophone player, which is kind of scary to think about because I've always been a flute and piano player, but what if I could be a saxophone player too? Obviously there's the potential that I might be posting some saxophone stuff, so I'm more so wanting to make this video to announce that this could be a new potential avenue for Tiger Lily Productions. I'm actually really excited about it. I've got some nice little duet books coming, but I can also just recycle some things that I've played on the flute because I can transpose to this. It's a little bit easier for me to transpose from C to E flat than it is the other way around. Yeah, I mean, this is it for me today. I am deeply in love with this saxophone. I think it's very beautiful, and I'm so glad that the pretty points do not affect the actual instrument because boy, I love a pretty instrument, but sometimes the pretty ones, they're not always your favorite. If you have any questions about the saxophone or how you can get a hold of a pretty decent saxophone at a much lower cost, or if you're just interested in discussing what in the world I'm doing with myself, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for coming along on my little unboxing journey. Hopefully this opens up some new doors for me that you will also get to enjoy. I'll see you next week.